Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into something pretty wild today. Manifestation.
Yeah, specifically how to make your wishes come true in just 3 days.
3 days. That's a pretty bold claim.
It is. And we were kind of skeptical too.
But we did find some really interesting material based on Carl Jung to kind of try and figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, and what we found is it's not just about, visualization and all that. It's really about how powerful your mind is.
Like, it can actually shape reality.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what are the steps to, actually make that happen?
Well, a lot of times manifestation is presented in a really simple way.
Right.
But Jung's work goes way deeper.
Okay.
It's like he explored this idea
Yeah.
that our thoughts and beliefs, they can actually shape what we experience.
Mm.
And this isn't just like some mystical thing. Think about it. Every single human advancement, from skyscrapers to the internet.
So, airplanes and...
Exactly. They all started as just ideas.
That's true.
So if we can build things that complex, why not our own lives?
Right, like if you can dream it, you can achieve it, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So think of it like this. Our minds have two levels, the conscious and the unconscious.
Okay.
The conscious mind is a part we're aware of, the one we use to think logically and make decisions every day.
Gotcha.
But the unconscious, that's where the real power is.
Oh, interesting.
It's this huge reservoir of thoughts and emotions and beliefs.
Like under the surface.
Exactly. They're operating below the surface. And Jung argued that it's actually the unconscious that shapes our reality.
So it's like an iceberg.
Yes.
Like the tip is all we see, but there's this massive part underneath that's really in control.
Exactly. And this unconscious mind, it doesn't work on logic.
Really?
No, it's driven by emotions and images and archetypes.
Archetypes.
Yeah, these universal symbols and patterns that are kind of ingrained in our collective psyche.
Whoa, okay. So to tap into that power, we have to learn to speak its language.
Yeah.
But how do we even communicate with our unconscious mind?
That's where those 3 steps of manifestation come in. Clarity, visualization, and belief.
Clarity, visualization, belief.
Got it. Let's start with clarity. You can't just have some vague wish for a better life. You need to have really clear goals.
Okay.
And actually, the research shows that writing down your goals, it's not just, a cute exercise.
Right.
It makes them more real to your brain.
Huh. I am totally guilty of the vague wishing thing.
Like what?
I'm always saying I want to be more successful, but I never really define what that means.
Right, because success means something different to everyone.
Yeah.
So by writing it down,
Yeah.
you force yourself to get really specific. What does success actually look like to you?
Oh.
What steps can you take to achieve it?
Okay, I'm getting my notebook out right now. So we have clarity. What about visualization?
Yeah, this is where we really start to speak the language of the unconscious.
Okay.
It's not enough to just think about your goal. You have to actually feel it, experience it like it's already happened.
Nice.
This tricks the unconscious mind into believing it's achieved.
Yeah. So if my goal was to, I don't know, write a best-selling novel, I shouldn't just be picturing the book cover with my name on it.
Right.
I need to imagine the feeling of holding it,
Yeah.
the excitement of seeing it in bookstores,
Yes.
the joy of connecting with people who loved it.
Exactly. And engage all your senses. What does the book smell like?
Wow.
You're basically giving your unconscious mind a really vivid emotional picture of your desired reality.
Which makes it more likely to manifest.
Exactly.
Okay, so clarity, visualization, got it. What's the third part of this manifestation trifecta?
Belief. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They can visualize all they want,
Yeah.
but deep down, they don't really believe it's possible.
Right, they have those limiting beliefs.
Exactly. Things from their past, fears of failure.
Oh, or doubts about if they're even worthy. Ugh, I know exactly what you mean. It's there's this inner critic that's who are you kidding? You'll never be able to do that. It's so frustrating. When I first started this podcast, I would visualize having all these amazing conversations
Yeah.
with really interesting guests,
Yeah.
reaching a huge audience.
Right.
But then that little voice would be that's a pipe dream.
It's time.
How do we silence that inner critic and actually believe in ourselves?
So this is where this idea of the shadow comes in. Jung believed we all have this shadow self.
Okay.
All the parts of ourselves that we don't like, that we think are unacceptable,
Okay.
it's usually the source of those limiting beliefs.
I see.
But the key is to kind of integrate the shadow, not ignore it.
So we shouldn't just try to push away those negative thoughts.
Right, because that can make them stronger.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like trying to hold a beach ball underwater.
It's just going to pop back up.
Exactly. But if we acknowledge them, we can bring them to the surface and start to heal.
Oh, that makes sense. So this makes me think about affirmations.
Yeah.
Is that a way to reframe those negative beliefs?
Absolutely. Affirmations are a powerful tool to reprogram the unconscious mind.
Okay.
By repeating positive statements, you're basically giving your mind new information.
So it's like, instead of saying, I'll never be good enough,
Right.
I could say, I am capable of achieving my dream.
Exactly. And the more you repeat those, the more they sink in.
Wow, this is starting to feel really empowering.
Good.
But, let's get real for a second. What happens when we're doing all of the right things? Like, we're being really clear about our goals.
Yeah.
We're visualizing, we're working on those beliefs, but then nothing seems to be happening.
Yeah.
What then?
That's a great question. And that brings us to one of the most fascinating parts of Jung's work.
Yeah.
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity. I've heard that before.
Have you?
But I don't really know what it means.
Okay, well, Jung called synchronicity meaningful coincidences. Events that seem totally random, but they actually have this deep significance.
Oh.
He believed that when our conscious intentions line up with our unconscious desires, the universe kind of starts to help us,
Whoa.
like sending us signs and opportunities.
Oh, wow.
But we have to be open to see them.
That makes sense. So it's not just about sitting back and waiting for a miracle.
Right.
It's about actually looking for those signs and being ready to jump on them.
Exactly. And it's not just about believing in the goal itself. It's about believing in your ability to achieve it.
That makes sense.
That belief creates that openness.
So we can notice the signs.
Exactly.
I have to ask, though, what does action look like in all of this? Is it hustling and forcing things to happen?
That's where we get to the difference between forced action and inspired action.
Ooh, okay.
Something we're going to dive deeper into in just a bit.
Okay, so forced action versus inspired action.
Right. So forced action is that driven by fear kind of thing,
Okay.
like anxiety, scarcity, you have to make it happen.
Or else.
Yeah, it's when you're swimming upstream
Oh, yeah.
against a really strong current,
Yeah.
it's exhausting.
You're just fighting the whole time.
Exactly. You might make a little progress, but you're going to burn out.
I've totally been there.
Yeah.
Trying to force things to happen and just getting super stressed.
It's like forcing a square peg into a round hole.
It doesn't work no matter how hard you try.
Exactly. And all that struggling, it creates resistance. It blocks that flow of manifestation.
Okay.
And remember, the unconscious mind responds to emotions.
Right.
So when we're coming from that place of force,
Yeah.
we're basically telling the universe that we don't trust it.
So how do we get out of that? How do we shift from that forced, frantic energy to something more inspired and aligned?
One of the most powerful ways is gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yeah. And I'm not just talking about a feel-good practice. It actually changes our energy, our vibration. When we focus on what we're grateful for,
Yeah.
we're saying to the universe, I have enough. I am enough.
Okay.
And that feeling of abundance,
Yeah.
it makes us a magnet for more good things.
Wow, I love that.
It's like tuning into a radio station
Oh, okay.
of positivity,
I get it.
attracting all those good things into our lives.
Okay, yeah, that's a great analogy. So it's we're sending out this clear signal. I'm ready for all the good stuff.
Exactly.
But what about when things aren't moving as fast as we want them to?
Yeah.
How do we stay patient? How do we not fall back into that trap of forcing things?
Detachment.
Detachment.
Right. It's about letting go of the need to control everything.
Oh, okay.
Trusting that the universe has a plan.
So we're not giving up on our goals.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's more about surrendering to the wisdom of the universe, recognizing that things might happen in a way that we didn't expect.
I think this is where a lot of people misunderstand things.
Yep.
They think detachment means just giving up,
Right.
but it's more about loosening the reins.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to dig it up every day.
To see if it's growing.
Right. You trust the process.
Okay, that's a helpful way to look at it. But let's be honest, sometimes it is hard to maintain that trust, when you're going through challenges or setbacks.
Of course, everyone experiences those.
Yeah,
It's part of the journey.
right.
But when those moments come up, it's good to reconnect with your why.
Or what?
Why is this goal important to you?
Okay.
What impact are you hoping to make?
I like that.
It reignites that passion.
Yeah, it's remembering that initial spark.
Exactly.
Okay.
And another good tool is visualization.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of focusing on the problem,
Yeah.
visualize yourself overcoming it.
To see yourself succeeding.
Exactly. See yourself handling it with grace and ease.
Okay, so we can use visualization not just to, like, manifest the end goal, but also to navigate all the obstacles on the way there.
Exactly, like giving your unconscious mind a roadmap.
I love that.
And here's another part of detachment. Being open to the idea that the universe might have something even better for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes we get so focused on one specific thing that we miss other opportunities that might actually be more aligned with what we really want.
Oh, that's happened to me.
Yeah.
I was, like, convinced I needed this one job to be happy.
Yeah.
I put so much pressure on myself to get it, but it just wasn't happening.
Right.
And then randomly, this totally different opportunity came up.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't even thought about it before.
Yeah.
But it was perfect.
It was even better.
Way better than the job I had been so focused on.
That's the universe at work.
Yeah.
When we let go of trying to control things,
Yeah.
we open ourselves up to so much more.
It's like saying, universe, I trust you, show me what's up. Okay, this is all making a lot of sense. Like clarity, visualization, belief, gratitude, detachment. It's all connected.
It is.
But I feel like there's still something missing. Like, what about our external environment, our jobs, relationships, even the stuff we watch and listen to?
Oh, absolutely. Creating a supportive environment is super important.
Okay, yeah.
It's like creating fertile ground for our dreams to, actually grow.
I like that analogy.
Everything has energy. Some things raise our vibration and some lower it.
So it's like you wouldn't plant a flower in, like, dry soil.
Exactly.
You want to nurture it.
You need good soil, sunlight.
Okay, so how do we do that for our dreams?
It starts with, like, noticing what energy we're allowing into our space.
Okay.
Who are the people we spend the most time with?
Right.
Are they supportive or do they drain us with negativity?
So, like, if I have a friend who's always complaining,
Yeah.
maybe I should spend less time with them.
Or at least be mindful of the conversations you're having.
Like, try to steer things towards more positive topics.
Exactly. And it's not just people, it's also the information we consume.
Yeah, like the news,
Social media.
books, podcasts.
If we're always focused on the negative,
It's gonna bring us down.
that's like feeding our minds junk food.
We gotta nourish our minds with good stuff.
Exactly. Positive, uplifting things.
Okay, that makes sense. So, being around supportive people, consuming good information, what about our physical space?
That matters too.
Really?
Yeah, clutter and disorganization.
Ugh, I hate clutter.
It creates chaos in the mind.
Oh, 100%. When my desk is a mess, my mind is a mess.
Exactly. But a clean, organized space can help you think clearly.
I need that.
And don't forget nature.
Oh, nature's the best.
Spending time outdoors reduces stress.
Improves mood, boosts creativity, all the good stuff.
Even just having some plants in your house can make a difference.
I'm all about the plants.
Nature helps calm our minds.
It's like hitting the reset button.
Exactly.
Okay, this is all great, but let's not forget the most important part. Self-care.
Yes. Not selfish. Essential.
Right, we can't pour from an empty cup.
When we're exhausted and burnt out, it's hard to manifest anything.
So true. Self-care is like an investment in our well-being.
And our dreams.
Exactly, and it looks different for everyone.
Right. A long bath, a walk in nature.
Reading, spending time with loved ones.
Whatever nourishes you.
Make it a priority.
Yes,
This has been such a good conversation.
it has.
We've been given a whole toolkit for manifestation, clarity, visualization, belief, gratitude, detachment, creating that supportive environment. It's not magic. It's about taking action.
Becoming conscious creators.
And remembering that we're not alone in this.
Right.
We're all part of something bigger.
A collective consciousness.
And all of our thoughts and actions, they have these ripple effects.
That's such an important point.
So if our thoughts really do create our reality,
Yeah.
imagine what we can achieve when we all focus on good things like love and peace.
It's not just a dream, it's possible.
This deep dive has honestly left me feeling so hopeful.
Good.
It's like we have all the tools we need.
We do.
It's up to us to create something beautiful.
That's the beauty of it.
When we aim for our highest potential, not just for ourselves, but for all of humanity,
Yes.
we become this like powerful force for good.
Like threads in a tapestry.
Each one making the whole thing even better.
Beautiful.
This has been incredible.
It has.
We've gone so deep into the unconscious mind, unlocked manifestation.
The collective consciousness.
We've learned that creating the life we want isn't about wishing,
It's about understanding,
taking action.
aligning our thoughts and beliefs.
I hope this has sparked something in you, listener.
You are a powerful creator,
The universe is listening.
ready to help you make your dreams come true.
Go out there and dream big.
Create the life you were meant to live.
We can't wait to see what you manifest. You know, we've talked a lot about creating this supportive environment for ourselves.
Right.
But it makes me think, like, what about the bigger picture? The collective consciousness.
Okay, yeah.
If our individual thoughts can shape our own reality, do our collective thoughts, like, shape the world?
That's a big question. And Jung actually believed that the collective unconscious, it does play a huge role.
Wow.
He saw it as this, like, massive reservoir of, archetypes, instincts, behaviors, these patterns that we all share.
No matter where we come from or, like, what our background is.
Exactly, like a shared dream that we're all contributing to.
So we're all connected.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
thoughts and emotions are all, like, mixed together.
Creating the fabric of reality.
It's kind of, like, scary and beautiful at the same time.
It is. It's powerful.
And it makes me wonder, like, if we're always hearing these messages of fear,
Yeah.
scarcity, division,
Hmm.
is it any surprise that our world is, kind of messed up?
Yeah, it's like we're feeding that negativity into the collective unconscious.
And then it comes out as conflict, injustice, all that stuff.
Right, but here's the question.
Okay.
Can we shift that?
Like, consciously choose to focus on, like, better things.
Yeah.
Create a better world.
That's the exciting part.
Okay.
Jung believed we can transform the collective unconscious by becoming aware of our own shadow.
Right. All that stuff we talked about earlier.
Exactly, and choosing to embody more positive archetypes.
What do you mean?
Like the healer, the wise elder, the creator.
Okay.
Think about it. Social movements, art, acts of kindness.
Right.
Those are all contributions to the collective unconscious.
So it's not just about, like, changing ourselves. It's
Mhm.
about contributing to a bigger shift.
A collective awakening.
Every act of love, every little step towards healing,
Get all hands up.
it gives me so much hope knowing that we can actually create a better world together.
That's what it's all about.
When we aim for the best, not just for ourselves, but for everyone.
We become this force for good,
Like, we're all threads in a tapestry.
each one making the whole thing more beautiful.
This has been such an amazing journey.
It really has.
We've explored the unconscious, unlocked manifestation.
Seen the power of the collective.
We've learned that creating our dream life, it's not about wishing,
It's about understanding,
taking action.
aligning with our truest selves.
I hope this has sparked something in you, listener.
You are incredibly powerful.
The universe is listening, ready to work with you.
So go out there,
Dream big.
create the life you were meant to live.
We can't wait to see what you create.